Gentlemen, welcome. This is Dinner with Champs. It's a very special occasion. I'm joined by two world champions. Welcome, Huke of Los Angeles Guerrillas, Simp, Atlanta FaZe. Guys, welcome to what will be a glorious feast.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
I'm excited.
How are you doing?
Thankful to be here.
And speaking of champs, like for you, dude, as well, of course, 2020, 2019, and 2021. I mean, whoa, we're joined by some special boys today. Guys, before we get to talking about you more, do you have a favorite champs run that isn't your own?
I don't know, I feel like a lot of the old like COD events used to just be like really fun to watch. I guess all of them kind of.
I enjoyed watching the Envy, because this is when I started competing, the Envy Ghost one with Nameless. Nameless was going off, you know? I enjoyed
I've
that.
actually never seen that in my entire life, by the way. I've never seen them score.
Ant was the man.
He was?
He was the man. Straight up.
Wow.
Used to be.
My first champs was, actually my very first ever COD event was BO3 champs. Getting to see Envy win that one. And that was, for me, again, that was a defining moment because I was like, wow, this game is amazing. And I just thought to myself like, okay, this is a place where like really powerful stories are being created. Chris, your champs, like the 2019 run, like your debut into the COD world was very, very impressive anyway. What was about that year that was so kind of crazy for you? Was there any highlights aside from the back-to-back wins and the champs? What was it like?
I mean, honestly, I feel like the biggest part for that year for me was just like having to deal with like going to school as well as competing, just because, you know, during then, you had to go to like the pro league and you actually had to fly out for like a week or two at a time. And with me going to school, it kind of made it like next to impossible.
What were your friends like? Were they like, you told them what you were doing? How did they react to that?
I didn't really like tell many people in my school until I really like made it. Just cause you know how school is, bro. I'm not trying to get roasted by people. But I mean, as soon as I became pro, I feel like a lot of people kind of like caught on and like, I guess supported it, but like not really like, you know, they weren't like my friend, but they supported it, so it was cool. Yeah.
I did the same thing when I lied for years and years about playing games, and I wasn't like winning champs or anything. I was winning like 50 pounds.
I kept it on the low, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's cool now though that like people embrace it and it's way more accepted.
Yeah, it's
for
definitely
sure.
acceptable now.
Yeah, we're changing the culture. Now you guys have actually met in a champs grand final for the ring. Kyler, you obviously came out on top.
Yes.
You guys actually have a really fun history of playing each other, like even recently as well.
I mean, I definitely love playing against them. It just brings something out of me, and just I feel like the pressure's on, so it just feels, it makes it way more enjoyable playing them.
Well, you want to be the best, you got to be the best.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously, your win was real different. It was online, it was during COVID.
Every window, every door, there's somebody. It's a ludicrous gunfight win for Simp, but will it be enough? Just 12 seconds to go. Seemingly nothing that he can do, and there's the final kill.
Yeah.
What was that like though? You know, you weren't in an arena. You were like, where were you when you won?
Yeah, so I was actually the only person on my team at the Envy office. So after we won, you know, my celebration was with, you know, Hastro and the boys, you know, at the office. I mean, we weren't on LAN and there was no crowd, so it didn't like have that same feeling of winning that, you know, LAN event.
Yeah.
But the feeling that I enjoyed the most about that win, that looks amazing, by the way. The feeling I enjoyed most about that win was, I think just the preparation we had that month prior to that event. Just seeing it like come to life, essentially, was nice. Nice.
You put so much work in. I mean, you both do for those wins. Lads, dig in. Let's do this. The first of, I think, 3 courses here. Right, let's do this. Chris, you got the soup. What did you order?
Oh,
do you
snap.
remember?
This thing got pliers.
Lump crab soup.
Nice.
Ooh, that sounds fantastic.
I'm not a salad kind of guy,
look
so
good.
that's been well.
Well, you know, I mean, COVID. Carlin won a championship. I just kind of got fat, so.
Didn't we all?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. I'm not gonna lie about that at all. It's been tough, but what was it like? Have some soup first. This is a bad one. Obviously, like Kyler was weird enough for winning that kind of experience, and like you had a bit of a celebration with some of the guys. There was that like elation. Chris, when you lost, like, what did you do, man?
I was kind of just in my apartment, just sad, you know, I lost. So I was just sitting there and we lost, and then I just go into our bedroom and you know, my fiance Jerica is there, and she's like, I'm like, well, we lost. And that was it.
Order some food, put TV on.
I mean,
it's weird, right?
Yeah, it definitely was weird. There's not much else to do. Like, I mean, you know, you're not with your team. You're kind of not like in that team environment. There's no crowds, there's no stadium, so it's kind of just tournament's over, and now the season's over.
This is surprisingly difficult to eat.
It is some big lettuce. I can't.
It's delicious.
But it's good though. It's fire.
The soup is pretty easy.
It's pretty easy.
This guy, man, always thinking one step ahead. I need to know, I don't know, everyone else wants to know, because you both won a ring with Clayster. He is, without a doubt, you know, he's one of the GOATs of all time.
Absolutely.
What was it like?
When I joined the team with Clay in BO4, I feel like I joined the team when they like were like open to like a lot of like problem solving. Even though he has 3 rings, like he was still open to like listening, even though like
yeah, you're just some kid. Yeah, you're just this new kid. He's like, oh, you guys good.
I feel like when I teamed him, he was very like just open to teaming with me. So I feel like it made like transitioning into a pro team like very easy for me.
I think as well, like it's amazing to think that you joined. That was the team. That was the time when you joined alongside Arcitys and aBeZy. Was that the first time you teamed with them?
Yeah, that was the first time I ever really like talked to them for the most part. I mean, I've talked to Tyler a little bit in Search and Destroy tournaments because he was underage a bit too for a little bit, like in BO3 and stuff. But I mean, overall, I didn't really know him that well. But as soon as I joined the team, like I said, everyone was very open and like accepting. So it just made it very easy to join the team.
Kai, what was your Clay experience like?
Yeah, I enjoyed my Clay experience. Sounds weird saying, but
it does sound a little weird, but
yeah.
He offers a good time.
We all enjoy our Clay experience.
What can I say?
Yeah. Since we're talking about it, I mean, I guess. I think the thing I love most about teaming with Clay was his energy at events. I feel like he would be able to, for the most part, I put behind anything that was happening, you know, a week before, and you know, come into the next week or the new event with really good energy and passion towards it. Almost that like don't care type of vibe. I think that's probably a big factor why he's so successful. So
it's like strictly business, right? It's like you're getting in there to play the game, win it.
Yeah,
you know, it definitely locks in.
Yeah.
It's just a different mode. You're in a different mode.
Yeah.
Is there any major takeaways that you want to share of like learnings you picked up from playing with a guy like Clay?
I mean, I feel like I weigh like online, or not online, but like the league matches in general heavily because of Clay. Just because when I joined the team, a lot of our motivation for the league matches for the year was like, you know, the champ seeding at the end of the year. These like are important.
It's just like some don't care type vibes. Like so he'll just say something that will like he probably doesn't realize what he's saying, but like it'll just get you locked like without even realizing type of You know what I'm saying?
Like something random.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, oh, okay. I'm gassed now.
I can't think of anything specific. Nothing. It just happens, you know?
It's a Clay thing, bro.
You've both had like a really strong like upbringing, I suppose, in the COD world. Like you've had powerful mentor figures in that regard. Do you see it that way, or is it just like, I have good teammates, I'm a good player, I'm always gonna find my way?
No, I mean, it's like both, I guess.
I guess there's like a balance in that sense because I don't like look at it exactly how you said it, but I've found that good or bad, you can learn something from teaming with almost anyone.
You gotta be open to just like being better. You know, you can't always be fine with how you're playing. You can always be better.
You just can't settle, right?
You can always even learn from someone's mistakes without having to make the same one. So.
Yeah. I mean, you both had your fair share of like big wins, some big losses. Any big losses like in that sense that you can think of? My
first event, CDL London, might have been my like major like saddest loss. Just because I feel like I absolutely like was having that event.
Yes, you were.
And then we lost. I was like, damn.
Yeah. I remember that. You were. Yeah. For me, I don't know. I think my perspective has changed on it a bit because like, I feel like, I mean, I've been playing for 8 years, since I was 14, competing.
Yeah.
So like
across multiple games.
I've won a lot and I lost a lot. So like, it's just the process of getting better and this is what I love to do. So it's not really a sad thing to me, you know? Yeah. Losing is what it is. It comes with what we do.
Obviously, Chris, that loss, the 2020 champs loss was a big one. You lost to Empire. Cut to Cold War, first event in, that very first major, you smacked him. Like at one point, like Crim was almost getting assassinated for the final kill. Like it was brutal. It felt like that whole loss almost set up the next year for you guys, which you were so strong in.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Cold War was just a game that was like built for our team last year. It was weird. I feel like all of us were just like very, I don't know. It felt like we were ahead for like most of the game. And then if we weren't, I feel like we adapted very fast to like what was meta.
Ridiculous play called and ridiculous Tyler. What in the name of all things COD?
Obviously, because like through the Cold War season, you had a bit of an up and down sort of moment. There was a lot of stuff happening personally. You didn't play as much, but you got to watch a lot. What was it like watching Chris? If you can give him a tiny bit of gas.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, well deserved. Yeah, seeing what they do, and honestly, ever since he came into the scene, him, aBeZy, and so, they've all been like incredible talents, and I enjoy it. It's more than obviously like we're competing against each other, but like just from a fan perspective of the game, their team, and seeing all basically like how it comes together time and time again consistently is like one of the most impressive things I've seen from a COD team.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate the gas.
Delicious. Good. I might keep some of that anyway. No, we'll be all right. There's plenty coming. Soup looked good. Soup looked like a good choice. Well, I must admit, I'm ready for what is to come.
They got composure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good way of putting it.
At times.
At times. I mean, I don't know what it is like, but from the outside looking in, y'all got composure.
No, we usually do.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the biggest things to actually winning champs. Like you have to maintain composure throughout an entire tournament. What the hell do you going through your head when you're in like the grand finals of champs?
You're always looking towards the next match, the next team. For us, it's not mainly like where we are in the bracket, just as long as we're in winners. Just cause, you know, you do have to get through all the good teams to win the tournament anyways. So I feel like looking too heavily on one match like hurts you for the rest of the tournament.
Kyle, do you think teams do that right now for FaZe?
Probably.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Idiots. I can't even fathom how like heavy the pressure is. You know, because you're thinking like, dude, if we come second place here, it was almost all for nothing.
Yeah, well, especially with CDL now, I feel like a lot of the teams or a lot of the players who haven't really been to like one of the best of nines doesn't understand how like
it's so hard.
Draining it is, especially when you get towards the maps. Like once you get past the best of 5 like series of maps, it just becomes like you're just blacked out. You're just playing COD at that point.
What is champs to you? What does it actually mean to you?
It's a good question.
I feel like in my case, like a year like last year, I feel like if we didn't win champs, it was like a big disappointment.
Yeah.
I don't know, like this year, like we haven't won a major, but if we win champs, then like, I don't know. I feel like most people just remember either like a good champs run or like a really good like year run.
Is it almost like part of legacy? You feel like you've got the ring and like you got the throne, kind of the kicks, the box, like that's one thing, but being remembered as truly one of the greatest players, do you think the rings help play a role in that?
I think so.
For me, it's more about seeing and figuring it out. It's like the journey of figuring out and making it work and then seeing it click at the right time is what really is the best feeling for me. I think that's what makes it all worth it for me, personally.
You guys are trying to solve this puzzle that
like
keeps shifting daily.
Yeah.
And that's got like your teammates, the opponents, the game itself. There's a lot going on.
It's not
there.
only the other teams too. It's like figuring out how you could, work things internally and all that type of stuff. And there's a lot that goes into it.
Do you guys ever envy like fighting game players or strategy game players that don't have to worry about teammates, that can just jump in and like, when I practice, it's me. And it's my technique, it's my skill, it's me against the other player. Do you ever envy that at all?
I just wonder, like a boxer, for example, it's just, or even tennis, it's just them and the whole crowd watching you. I don't know if like it's the idea of it, but I feel like you and another person just like with a whole bunch of people cheering you on would just be a different feeling, You
have to be so on top of everything, I feel like to the T. Yeah. So like, I feel like it's just a whole different kind of like pressure in those kind of games.
Do you think there are a lot of players in the league that have that kind of mindset? That like really strong individual mental, but like teamwork maybe isn't there? You don't have to name names, but.
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I feel like I don't know enough of the players or talk enough to the players to really like.
You're in a bubble.
Judge, you know what I mean? Yeah. I kind of just talk to my team and like some people here and there. So.
I think what he just said is what makes him so good, to be honest. He's in his own little bubble.
You keep to yourself, right? You don't share secrets, you just, yeah?
I don't talk to no one.
Oh, it's business time now. Oh yeah. We try to craft the story around you guys and your individual journeys. Because team changes really affect that. Like as soon as a new player is brought into that core 3 or sometimes a core 2, like you guys went through a big change this year, Carla. I think that can be an amazing thing for a squad. That is a huge, huge shift. I got mad respect for you guys for making a 2-man change. And for you guys, like for FaZe, I don't think you're ever gonna make a change. I feel like you found it, like you're the Beatles, man. Like you're locked. This is it, we're good, we're set.
Feels that way.
It does feel that way. And from the outside in, it looks like that as well.
Yeah.
I could see, and I've been talking to Chance about this a lot recently, of like, he really wants to see rosters stick for more than like 2 years. So you guys are currently one of the front runners. We think OpTic will be there for a while. Mind Freak back in the day, like those guys, they didn't make any roster changes Do you guys think that's a good thing? Do you think that that has its merits? Obviously,
I think it depends. I think it really depends on the group of guys, because I feel like you can have a team that like just doesn't like each other, and if let's say they win, and they decide to stick it out for another year, like everything is just gonna keep building up, and you know pressure. And as soon as the pressure's on, that's when everyone starts letting out all their frustrations, and that's when team vibes kind of get like stressful. So I don't know. I feel like a big thing with us is we kind of just like making sure we're talking. You know, don't hold anything in. Kind of just let you know, if you don't like this place, say it.
That's cool.
Communication.
It's key for relationships, man. You guys are in a complicated four-way relationships, and that sounds crazy, but that's basically what this is.
Complicated is an understatement.
Whoa! What's it like teaming with Slasher? Because he is another world champion.
Absolutely.
And he's got a hot head sometimes. Like sometimes we see that player cam and he's like, I'm like, whoa, he's gonna blow. But it still feels like that's coming from a good place. That's coming because, you know, maybe something in the game happened that shouldn't have because of practice.
Yeah, I've learned to really appreciate him as a player, like much more this year. I always have. I mean, I've just had a long history of playing with him since I was 15.
Yeah.
So I teamed with him back then. Now I'm 22, teaming with him now. You could always learn something from him.
You've got like world champion teammates, right? That's one thing that helps. Like Slash really helps. Of course, for you, it's almost like a world championship team.
I mean, it's definitely good to have like the people we have, because even outside of the players, we still have like Crowder, who's also, you know, he won champs in AW.
Yeah.
We have RJ, he's been a coach for a while. And then, you know, we have like Mack, we have Tupac as the S&D coach. We have so many people helping us out from the outside.
Does that ever get complicated? Because like that's a lot of people you mentioned there in very, very different roles. Is that a difficult thing to manage as a team?
Sometimes, you know, like sometimes one coach will be there and then the other coach will get the second scrim, just so like we're not always all just on top of each other, kind of like overloading the ideas, I guess.
Kai, is that kind of the same for you?
Yeah, very similar. I mean, we have Ricky and Embry.
Yeah.
They're pretty vocal on our team.
I get the thing people have a real strong misconception about like what coaches do or how they are. Like they're not like the puppet masters telling you guys exactly what to do at all times. Like you are your own players with your own instincts in the game. You've got your own information. You're working off totally different stuff to they are.
Coaches do a lot, I feel like, and it's not like they control everything. It's more so of them being on like
Give you insight.
Yeah, they give you insight, and like I don't know. I feel like coaches too are like they help you on like kind of the personal side as a player too, more so than like as a coach. Just because like, you know, it's I feel like in a team environment, if you're just a players, like not all the time your opinion will get respected. So I feel like having like another person there to kind of just like be the median person to like control the pace of things and like kind of just be a middle ground helps everyone like in the flow of like the ideas and stuff.
Yeah, everyone's pretty young, you know, 18 up to maybe 25, obviously some older players. But like these are formative years, like growing up. I'm 33, I've got time under my belt. When I was that age, like I would have loved a lot of like help and direction especially in this thing I'm trying to do. You know, I think that would be really helpful. And obviously with like Crowder and, you know, Ricky and Embry, like helping focus you guys in the right direction, making sure you make it to scrims on time, sort of stuff like that. But yeah, it's really interesting. We've been seeing a lot of that back and forth online, and we're like, man, it ain't the coach's fault. No, the play call in game, like once the coach sets you guys in the game, once the lobby loads up, that's it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any coaches who really like control like the vetoes like that. I don't think there's any coaches who like don't listen to their players. So I feel like when the coaches get blamed for certain things, it's like just like it's a team thing, man. Like,
exactly, that's what I was gonna say. Ultimately, it's a collective. You know, it's not coaches or just players. It's a collective of if it's not working well, it's normally due to the whole team not working well. It's not just one thing.
You truly win and lose together.
Yeah.
It's business time.
That looks good.
Thank you very much. Doesn't get better than that.
I'm gonna blur that out. Is that good?
Curious what this is.
It's onion.
That's onion, right?
I think so.
Oh, it's garlic.
Garlic?
Yeah. You give it a little push, don't let the juices get everywhere. That is a damn good steak. What are we talking about again? Doesn't matter. Have you ever watched like your old Champs gameplay back and gone, man, I am the
This is just feeling like the Simp show at this point.
Every time we look at him, he's getting a two-piece.
I mean, I watch matches back. I'm not like I'm nasty, but like, you know, I'm watching the mid map. Like, all right, that was a good play, I guess. I mean, most of the time when you're watching the back, you're looking for the bad plays.
Until recently, I never really like watched back too much stuff.
You guys unwind on like single player games after a big win?
I mean, I play a bunch of random stuff. I couldn't name it to you, but I do think it's a good thing to like not burn yourself out. And like, you know,
Yes.
because this is technically our job, so yeah, I feel like you have to make sure you're enjoying it.
Yeah, we do as commentators as well. We do like VOD review, so we get into like a Discord call, someone shares a screen, and like of all of us, Chance brings the most receipts. He'll have like 12 tabs open, and he's like, I have a problem with the way you did this. I think, listen to this little monologue you went on, Miles. I'm like, all right, bro, Jesus.
He's like, you took my spot.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you could have passed it than me. I'm like, come on, man. He's like, you didn't let me talk. I'm like, gee, get off my back, man. Just trying to get some jokes in the air, bro.
How is your pickle and is it tickled?
It is as tickled as one can get.
But that sort of thing does help as well. So like, yeah, we all do the same thing, go over the tape, and you know, because we're all trying to improve in the same sort of way. We're not champs. Not really. It's not the same.
Even what you guys do is impressive to me. I learned about what the observers do.
We talk to them a lot about how to tell the story there, because they're our team as well.
So after I won Major 2, I was in the lobby and I met one of the observers. Yeah. And he showed me a video of like what they were doing.
Yeah.
They're calling out and communicating just like us.
They put in the hours as well, guys. Like
It's actually amazing.
I mean, champs for them is maybe just as important as it is for you guys, because every single thing you see on screen on the broadcast, they did. And we have to talk over that, that's one thing, but like they are in game with you. The observers are all like, nice! Like they're going just as crazy as you guys. Yeah.
It made me appreciate like a different part of the game, for sure. Cause I just never seen that, I was mind blown.
That Major 2 though, right? let's wind the clock back a little. That was a big win for you guys. Like we've talked about this forever, and we probably will talk about this forever. Like the greatest underdog run. Slasher is now the king of the lower bracket run. Unquestioned, spot, MVP, all that stuff. Yeah. I'm sorry, Chris, this is awkward, right?
It's all good, man.
Yeah, it's all right.
I'm just enjoying it.
The food is amazing. That was a crazy tournament, dude.
Yes.
Like, how did that make you feel about your year in general? Because it was quite early in the season, obviously Major 2.
I mean, yeah, it was nuts to be a part of. I felt like our team should have the confidence in one another to elevate each other a little bit more, if that makes sense. It's kind of like
the faith in the team.
Exactly.
On the other side though, Chris, you guys, second place.
Yeah.
What's going on?
A lot of second places going on. That's what's going on. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like the first 2 majors, we really couldn't win this. I feel like our Search and Destroy this year, we really couldn't like do anything with it for the first 2 majors. Like it was very inconsistent. But I feel like after our, I think it was the second Toronto series in losers at Major 3, I feel like our Search and Destroy has really been like on fire. So I feel like now that we have our Search and Destroy down, it's really just up to our consistency and respawn to, you know, make it a first instead of a second.
With that said, like the end of the game, like coming up to champs, it's the most practiced you can possibly be on the single card. You're getting ready for a big finish. What happens when we do the same card 2 years in a row?
I mean, depending how the second year really goes, like it could really be like, I mean, I feel like there's like a lot of possibilities that could happen.
It is COD, so it could be a brand new, unique experience. Like, I mean, it's going to be. It's never happened before in COD. So I guess we'll just find out, honestly. It's gonna kind of push you out of your comfort zone a little bit and, you know, expand and get a little bit more creative, but I guess we'll just find out. It could just be the same.
Do you guys find that you are kind of limited in your creativity in COD at the moment? Like, do you feel like there's a right way to play the game and a wrong way to play the game?
No, I don't. I think especially. Are you gonna get that?
Did you see that?
I've seen all the attempts.
My broccoli backflipped. Still tastes good though.
What was I saying?
It was talking. The question was, do you feel sort of limited in your creativity? Yeah, like you're restricted in a way.
No, I don't think, especially right now, I don't think there's really a perfect way to play the game. I think you have to have a lot of options for a lot of situations, and your team just kind of has to be like on the same page with those options.
Right now, we do what we know, and it could be the best way of playing right now, how we play. But is there potentially another way that's better? Absolutely. You know, it's all about exploring and being creative.
No one knows until it's found.
Exactly. Yeah, you never know until someone does it. So,
as those teammates, you know, obviously now for you, kind of like, and or for Shotzzy and Inda, You know, they're on OpTic now. Like, were those guys a lot of fun to play with? Like, was that an exciting team to be a part of to win a championship?
Very exciting. I just think being around those guys every day, like Ender and Shotzzy, really can only bring the best out of someone. They're incredibly talented, and on top of that, they're just some of the most passionate people in the community. So,
is there a sort of the one champs you could have won, like the dream champs to win?
Probably, like, for me personally, the AW one. I was underage. I was 15. I was really good at that game, and I just felt like, I don't know, I would have had so much fun. You know what I'm saying? If I got to play champs that year, I would have had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'll say any Jetpacks game, bro. I feel like any Jetpacks game is just so fun. Yeah. Like, especially on like a serious competing level, bro. I feel like, especially when you were like nasty at the game, I feel like it was just like tenfold just because it was Jetpacks.
I got it. I'm stun him. Yo, he's top SQ.
This was excellent, by the way.
Yeah, it was.
And take your time. Your schedule.
This might be the best steak I ever had, bro. I ain't gonna lie. The garlic was hitting, bro.
The garlic was really good, right? I couldn't believe how soft the garlic was.
Dude.
It was so soft.
Was it?
Yeah.
Wait, you ate it
You didn't
as
try it?
is?
Oh my God.
No.
Oh, I didn't try it. I was just talking about like the sauce on it or something.
Oh, really? Dude, get a clove of garlic. Just like cut it open, get in there.
I don't know about all that, man.
Whoa, Kristen.
I'm gonna try it.
Dude, don't knock it till you tried it,
You
man.
probably have some questionable picks.
Questionable picks?
I know where you're from. I know what you guys eat for breakfast.
My mom's she's a really talented chef. One of my
I
uncles,
can-
one of my
I'll
uncles
believe
is
that. I'll believe
one of
that.
my uncles is a professional chef in Scotland.
I'll believe that.
Boy, that's strong.
Maybe you got blessed, but
I know what you mean.
there's some beans on toast action going down.
Who's the biggest prankster in the team?
Oh, Cellium.
Cell,
Come on.
sure.
You know,
Yeah,
I
so
don't even know
that's
why you're
facts.
asking. You know it's Cell.
That's facts.
Chris.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Don't know too much about Spark. We need to do some more content with him because he's okay.
Yeah, he's unknown.
Okay.
He's an unknown character.
Is there anything different about this year in the preparation of champs, in how your season has gone, in the struggles you're facing?
I guess the challenge is different for me. Building up that confidence as a team that, you know, we can be the best, and that in itself is a challenge, but it's doable.
For the second place, does that weigh on you? Is that in the back of your mind that like we could go to champs and get second?
I mean, yes, but at the same time, like, I feel like, you know, every tournament you can kind of just think, oh, we can get last.
Hold that thought. Pause, dude.
Oh, what are you getting?
I don't know if I ordered anything.
Kyler, no, you didn't?
I know cake.
No cake? Do you want to share this?
You know, since you offered, I mean, I guess.
Exactly, because dude, it's a weird thing we do, it's a weird job. We don't always get to sit and talk to each other. We don't really know each other, but because of the game, we have so much time spent.
Yeah, I haven't had too many talks with him, but like, I don't know, I play against him on the map almost every day, so like, a shared experience. Yeah. It's like, I don't actually know him, but sometimes it feels like I do just because I play against him every day.
Yeah, I guess it kind of just being friendly with like a coworker, I guess. It's like the weirdest way to like
That's the weirdest way to
put it.
Yeah.
Just because like, you know, like we're kind of doing the same thing, but like at different like places, I guess.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like especially when you're scrimming people, like, you know, you talk to them as if like you know them. But like at the end of the day, like you've never really had a real conversation with them like outside of that scrim.
There was a line from one of the Matrix movies, you never truly know somebody until you fight them. And I feel like you guys have gone to war with each other. How's the cake?
Really good. Really
Oh
good.
my God.
The cheesecake?
Pretty good.
Yeah, very yummy.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
You got any crazy fond memories of the Vanguard season so far? It's not over yet.
Yeah.
Any good memories?
I mean, obviously we won Major 2, so, you know. But, like, I think seeing Chris, I think that was my favorite part of that whole event, was seeing Spark show up how he did whenever, you know, he hasn't had the easiest COD path so far, and then he comes out and does that on our team. Seeing him do that and show it to the whole world, or the whole COD world, was amazing.
I haven't had anything crazy memories this year, I don't think. I mean, COD-wise, I feel like just the Toronto Major was a good vibe.
It was cool, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was a really good vibe.
The fans were so passionate because obviously, you know, Canadian COD fans don't get too much love since the pandemic. I think they were really excited to see everyone, and that crowd was crazy. Can I come in? I'm gonna steal that corner. I'm doing it.
Yeah, you're something separate though.
We're all family now. Yeah.
Appreciate it. I feel like this year compared to like last year or even 2020, I feel like it's not really like a mentality difference that I have. It's more so like just where we are in the year, I guess, is a difference. Like we haven't really won a tournament this year, as whereas the other years we won a major or a homestand or whatever it was. We're still set on good pace, and we still have enough time to fix our imperfections before champs. So, until it's really over, I feel like there's no real reason to not be positive about it.
This game has been crazy.
It has been crazy.
We've had some crazy moments this game.
Yeah. A lot of crazy stuff goes down in this game.
It's been wild, man. I mean, remember the first time we hit that kickoff classic, we were like, this is lit. The crowd were going nuts. It was good, man. We didn't know what to expect.
It was lit.
This game has taken years off my life, to tell you that. Guys, thank you so much for the time. This is really lovely to pick your brains. Great meal.
Amazing, to be honest.
Amazing meal.
Amazing.
Delicious.
Yes.
Good calories, good conversation. I appreciate you very much, guys. Thanks.
Yes.
Dinner with Champs. Well, that's it, guys. Make sure to tune in to Champs this August 4th through 7th. It's going to be unbelievable. You can probably still get tickets. Just saying. We'll see you there.